I showed up online the other day and I had a couple of comments that were private messaged to me, and I wanted to touch base with them because they were very much under the same umbrella of thought, which was kind of that I was Pollyanna and that I had my head in the sand. And the way that I am choosing to see things is simply because I haven't had somebody personally impacted or affected by the virus or what's going on. So I get these kind of messages, even being a gratitude advocate, where people will say, don't you find that you just use gratitude as a point of escaping from reality a lot of time? So I did a self-check, and what that means is I was just curious if there was anything that resonated in those messages that were true for me, meaning that it kind of got under my skin or something like that, and not really. And I think it's just because I am used to dealing with these questions around, do I bypass a lot of my personal emotion to default to using a tool of gratitude? And no, there's a process so that that doesn't happen. The situation is the same here. So in a situation of this pandemic that we're dealing with, there's a lot of positives that are coming out of this if we want to choose to see them. We've had kind of lockdown for the last several weeks. That means that there's been a lot of things that I've learned about myself. There's things that I've learned about where I spend my time, where I spend my energy, and was completely unconscious of it before. I was completely unconscious of how I would get bored and go to the store, or I would get bored and go do this, or I'd feel anxious or upset about something and I would go do that. And in that, I live under a different framework, I guess, as compared to a lot of people. And I truly believe that every single moment in this world is a gift. And every single moment in this world is an opportunity to help healing in one way or another. Does that mean that my head is in the sand? No. Does it mean that I'm not compassionate? No. Does it mean that I'm not empathetic? No. It means that I'm taking personal responsibility for the experience that I want to extract out of today. That's what it means. It means that I look back at the last 3 weeks and I know that in my soul, I have grown. It means that in my own personal experience, the light that I carry, the brightness that I carry, the truth that I carry is stronger than it was going into this experience. Will it take something bad to happen to somebody that I care about for me to take this seriously? I'm taking it incredibly seriously. But that doesn't mean that I can't choose to be happy. That doesn't mean that I can't choose to focus on things that are wonderful in this day, because this day is here and this day is never going to come back again. So the more that we get reminded of that and we look back, I don't want to look back at the next month or 2 or 3 or however long this is going to go and think, wow, I wish I would have gotten something more out of that. In fact, what I do is, how can I get more out of today? How can I focus more in today? Is there a lot of suffering going on? There is. Is there a lot of suffering going on that's not necessary? There is. And that is my personal job, and what I spend my practice doing all day long with people is helping them figure out how to be able to create that peace of mind and understand how their mind actually works. The more that we understand, we can tune in at a different level and we can help our mind start to work differently. Incredible things happen. Have some close friends of mine lost some significant people in their lives through this virus already. They have. Has my light and my stable focus and commitment allowed me to show up and be more present and more compassionate and more empathetic than I would be if I was staying focused on the anxiety and the fear and all of those other components? Most definitely. Does my family benefit from me being clear and focused and grounded in my truth, in my connection, in my ability to stay focused in what is important to me to prioritize in the moment? Yes. Would I help anybody that asked for it if they genuinely needed help? Of course. So the one thing that I get to actually control in my day-to-day experience is what my intention is and what I'm going to extract from things that happen to me. Does that mean that something isn't awful? Of course, it's still awful. Does it mean that I can still show up, enjoy my experience while these other things are happening that are super awful? Of course. Is it absolutely essential right now that I charge my battery up for people around me or my personal self that may get affected by this in even a more intimate, more intense way? Of course. Why would I not charge my battery up now? I woke up this morning, I feel great. My tribe feels great. Why wouldn't I do that? Why would that be something that I would put on hold because of this other thing that's going on? But the difference is I guess the way that I choose to see things is this pandemic something that's extraordinarily different than anything we've ever lived through? For most of us, yes, most definitely. Are there incredible life lessons to learn that I personally believe if we hold on to taking this forward, our quality of life as humans together will be extraordinarily better? That the earth could potentially be extraordinarily better and healed? Most definitely. Most definitely. Do I believe that we needed to halt and have something put into place for us because we're not wanting to personally take responsibility for this? Most definitely. Are we being taught in a daily basis how important we are? Are we being taught in a daily basis how important the actions that we take are? That anything that we do has a potential negative impact on another person and a positive impact on another person? As simple as washing our hands and covering our face? That we're being taught as a culture in our world that we matter so much, that actions that were just mindless before become mindful because we understand that we actually are truly important. Yes. Does that excite me? Oh, incredibly so. And for those of us that are losing people, for those of us that are struggling, for those of us that are scared, for those of us that are afraid, reach out to people. We're all here together. We're not alone. We are in this together. There are some of us in some moments that are stronger than others. There are some moments I wake up, I'm not feeling strong. I'm scared. I'm overwhelmed. And I do what I need to do to feel that, to process that, to connect into that. And then to allow myself to reconnect, shift back, and line myself back up, because in this moment right now, in my personal experience, it's all okay. And I'm here and you're here and we're spending this time together because right now in this moment, even with the struggles, even with the job loss, if you're not feeling well, you can't see your family. It's so sad. I feel the grief. I'm an empath. I feel the grief. I understand. I have personal experience with that. I can't see my own personal mom. She is very high risk. It's so sad. And it's so scary. And it's so overwhelming. And then there's a whole other piece that's not. And for me, however the cards are going to fall, I'm going to deal with them just like you, the best that I possibly can do. But I guarantee you, when you see my face showing up online, you're going to see me real. You're going to see where I'm at, and you're going to see what's important on my heart that I share with the impact that I know I can make with each and every one of you that share this, that tune into this, that resonate with this. If I share meditation, I understand people can get support and help, and this is an incredible way to use social media. If you're wanting more peace of mind, just say, I want more peace of mind, but don't attack people that are doing the work to have more peace of mind. This is an incredible time. It's incredibly scary. It's incredibly overwhelming. And truthfully, every day is like this. It's just everything is condensed in to such a degree, and everything seems to be moving at such a different level. Take time to sit back. If you haven't taken time to breathe into the moment, there's a lot going on. And I want to share with you a friendly reminder. You cannot judge and you cannot be anxious if you're remembering to focus on your breath. You can't. When you focus on your breath, you will choose to see what's going on around you. You will choose to then make a choice once you notice what's going on around you. Do I want to focus on this or do I want to focus on this? If I'm focused on this negative, hard thing, is there anything I can do in this moment? Ask for guidance to help make this easier for someone else or for myself or for the world. And if it feels like nothing's coming in, no information, then shift the gears and build the battery up back to a place of supporting yourself, feeling connected to your spirit, feeling connected to your truth, feeling connected to your joy. Because for me today, it's an incredible day to be alive. For me today, it's an incredible opportunity for me to be able to talk to a friend and hear their voice and send a text and take time that we're getting basically given as a gift with what's going on right now. I understand there's a lot going on in the world and there's a lot of loss. And I understand there's a lot that's not like that. I'm raising a child. How would I serve her if I showed up in anxiety every single day? Doesn't make sense. Show up in your truth. Showing up in your truth doesn't mean your head is in the sand. It doesn't mean you're Pollyanna. It means that you're seeing things for what they are and you're staying in a connection with truth so you can see what things are, and you can also see what's being told that's real or that's not. You can see the truth. You can feel it in a different way. When something makes you feel anxious, maybe there's a reason for it. Explore. That's who you are. Explore your mind. Dive into your heart. If you guys didn't see the video that I posted about a meditation that's easy to connect into and tune to a couple days ago, take some time. It's your day. Give yourself a choice. Give yourself a choice. When it feels like choices are getting taken away, all the more reason you want to give yourself a choice. I choose love. I choose connection. I choose gratitude. I choose to focus in this moment and ask, how can I build my battery of love and light up even more? How can I do that? How can I do that? Keeping my eyes wide open, my head not in the clouds, my head in my body, in my heart, tuned in, so that I can be productive. I can connect in a productive way and live my life in a productive way. I would love you to join that because that is an incredible place to come in. And for those of you that are doing that, thank you, because this world is going to be different, because we're going to make it different. We are already. We matter. We're important. Every action we take is important. Every thought that we think, every word that we speak, may we forever remember this for the rest of our days, so that we don't speak mindlessly and we don't act mindlessly. We become conscious beings in this incredible world we get the opportunity to live in. It's a great day to be alive. It truly is.